continuing. This is part 36 from the book Best of the West in Movies, Art, Books, and Music. And we've been going through the best medical, nutrition, health books ever written. We're now on number 49. So that's Senior Fitness by Ruth Heidrich, PhD. She's a lady who was a patient of Dr. McDougall. She got breast cancer diagnosed when she was in her 40s, metastatic. They told her she's going to die soon, make a will. She'd be dead in a couple months. She said, no, I want to run a marathon. She went to McDougall, became a low-fat vegan. She's still alive now, like over 45 years later. She had her 90th birthday recently. Okay, so she talks about how she did it and her experiences with running and nutrition and health. Very instructive book. I did an interview with her. I have an interview video with her if you want to watch that. Here's a book called I'm Not Afraid of Cancer Anymore by Lorraine Day. She's another lady who had metastatic breast cancer. She also was on death's door and became a low-fat vegan, and she cured herself. Okay. So she writes all about that. I think you find both of her books very helpful. Here's a book called Poor Man's Way to Fight Cancer. That one's written by me. I think it's right here. I got a picture of both of my wrestling coaches on the cover. I go through pretty much just about everything you could want to know about what you can do to help yourself. Then The Pleasure Trap by Doug Lisle and Alan Goldhamer. The gist of that book was people get in the habit of eating processed food and it tastes so good that they don't want to go back to eating whole plant foods because they taste so bland in comparison. So what they'll recommend is go on a fast for 1 or more days, and when you're really hungry, then you'll be glad to eat that. You'll be glad to eat those plant foods. You can break out of the pleasure trap, if you will, because they won't seem so bland once you're starving a little bit. Then the next one is some of the Prevent and Reverse books. So these are all my Prevent and Reverse books. I've written about 10 of them now. You can see here. And so basically, this is all you could want to know about diet and lifestyle to cure yourself of obesity, of hypertension, of diabetes, of atrial fibrillation where possible, congestive heart failure where possible, autoimmune disease where possible, and it usually is, of dental diseases, of kidney diseases, slowing it down as much as you can. So I've done it all, and like I said, I'm like Aristotle in the modern world. I've summarized the useful known medical information. Don't expect conventional medicine to do it. The average conventional doctor's got an IQ probably about 120, maybe 115. They don't care. They're not paid for this type of stuff. They're not trained in it. Okay? They're like a bunch of accountants. They just know what they need to know to generate their billing codes. So no one cares about you. The system doesn't care about you. You're on your own. And people give me shit about my books costing $25 or $30 sometimes. Well, too bad. You know what? It's your choice. Hardly anybody reads my books. They're all right there. Most of my doctor friends don't read them. And my doctor friends tell me, oh, your books are great. They're the best medical books ever written. But you know what? You can never be allowed to teach them in a medical school because there's jokes. They're disrespectful to conventional medicine. There's religious paintings in them. They go, you can't do that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, screw you. So you're not allowed. The best is not allowed. I go, well, don't you enjoy it when I make jokes, when I put all that funny stuff in? They go, yeah, we love it. But you can't do that in a medical center. So right, there's all these rules that you can't do what actually works. You're not allowed to teach low-fat vegan diet. You're not allowed to make a joke. You're not allowed to talk about religion. Okay, well, you're not allowed to do anything useful. They can kiss my ass, all right? So my books are what they are. I'm not going to change them. They're the best. But I accept the fact that it comes with being ostracized, shadow banned, and pushed into the corner like the naughty boy, the troublemaker. I'm used to that. So anyways, I think we'll leave it at that for today. Hope you found that helpful.